Yo, 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 what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it. They call me Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and under post up champ representing North Georgia. Tell them who you are.
What's good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate broadcasting live from the north that way. My footwork's good. My jump hook's winning. It's Thursday. What's good?
Hey, man, I can't call it. We're ready to get another episode 89, AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. We are fastly approaching that 100 episode mark.
We got to do something for that hundo.
We got to do a little something. We want to appreciate and thank everybody that's helped us reach this mark so far. Check some of our numbers. We got a little over. Well, I'll keep the numbers on the wraps until we go over them. But it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting to where we need it to be. We're gonna keep pushing though. But we appreciate everybody that's watching us on the YouTube channel as always. Remember to watch, and hit that subscribe button. Leave us some comments. We appreciate that. And also everybody that's on the go on your bicycles, motorcycles, telecommuting, on the way to work, in the gym. Listen to us on the Spreaker app. We appreciate that as well. Remember to keep tapping those little hearts and leaving us some comments there as well. And as always, got to pay a couple bills. Make sure y'all check out our sponsors at Notoriously Fly on Facebook and Instagram. Go shop over there. Don't get fly, just get Notoriously Fly. A lot of good urban gear over there from our people over there. And then also, ladies, any urban and designer goods that you need for you or your kids, don't forget to shop Distinct Finds on eBay. Shop Distinct Finds for all the latest fashion gear. Use the promo code AASports10 for a 10% discount. Is that all the clerical stuff out the way?
Well, only thing we got left now is pour these drinks because it's Thursday. They're trying to get in free.
So they're trying to get in free?
It's Thursday, cuz.
Hey.
The weekend starts right now, basically.
That's true. It is. So the club ain't been open in a couple weeks, so we're gonna open it back up tonight. Y'all know what time it is. In the club free before 10, with y'all broke asses. Even in tax season. It's open bar. Pour them up.
It's tax season. They ain't broke right now. They drinking good liquor.
Oh, we're gonna give them an extra pour. Yeah, see, that was one of them long pours from a real bartender there, not that precisely measured cup that they be giving you at these high-end restaurants.
Yes, sir.
Charging you $15 for a squid.
Yeah, they not drinking plastic bottle vodka. They drinking that good stuff tonight.
Yeah, we long pouring over here. Hey, what we pouring up for the people tonight on Open Bar?
We got a few dubs. I got a few dubs. A few L's. You know, nothing too big right now because we got a whole lot to talk about with this show tonight. I got a dub going out to, unfortunately, the Miami Hurricanes basketball team. You suckers hurt me the other night. You beat my Carolina Tar Heels with that old bullshit, but I'm going to give you a dub for it because you got it done. I'm going to give another dub to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut came on in. They slid in them DMs. I believe that's what you said the other day. They slid in them DMs for the NFL. Papa John's was talking that shit. Didn't work out for you. You lost that deal. How you love that? Now Pizza Hut is the official NFL pizza sponsor. And they shit better anyway.
Yes, sir.
And the last L I got is for the NRA.
Uh-oh.
People, you got to hit them in the pockets. You can talk all that shit all day long. The shit don't matter. Hit them in the pockets. Shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. Shout out to, man, did you know Kroger in Alaska, North Dakota, and all these other places sells guns? I had no idea.
Oh, no, I didn't know that Kroger did, but up in them in North Dakota, I can see up there. I can see it.
Yeah, they raised their age limit to 21 as well. I don't understand the problem with this situation. All they saying is be grown. You got to be 21 to get a damn bottle of vodka. You should be 21 to get a damn shotgun or an assault rifle. There's no problem with this. So shout out to them for taking that stand, trying to fix this situation the best way they know how. You got any dubs and L's this week?
Well, that was the only dubs I had was to piggyback off off Dick's Sporting Goods, going the extra mile. Delta came out. as well as a couple other airlines, and say that they were no longer going to honor the NRA discounts or what have you. That was a good gesture, but that was like 5-10% discounts, very minimal, but still, it was more about, I think, making a stand and letting people know that, hey, we're neutral in this, and we try not to support one side or the other, but when it comes to this thing right here, we've obviously got to make some changes. So I was going to piggyback off of that.
Sonny Perdue taking away Delta's tax cuts.
Well, it was a lieutenant governor. I don't think that's Sonny Perdue. It's another cat.
I'm sorry.
But I think he's talking out the side of his ass. I don't even think that he can do that. So we'll see about that. He's talking about pulling a bill off of the table that would benefit Delta. Well, that bill, whatever the bill is, I'm sure it's just not specifically for Delta. So I don't know how that would really work. But he sounded like he's just talking out the side of his ass.
Oh, well, last L, I thought about one just right now. Eric Kushner. Boy, your ass is compromised like a big dog. $500 million in loans. You got to figure it out. They done took your clearance this week. I don't know what to tell you, big dog. I don't know.
Who was that?
That's Trump's son-in-law.
Oh, okay. I don't pay too much attention.
Only
thing I've had to just kind of compartmentalize a lot of this shit Trump be saying, and I just wait to, I just look to see if any bombs have went off or we're at war. Big shit. All the other shit, I just can't. I can't do it. Trump, matter of fact, a good analogy. Trump is like the bad kid in the classroom that is bad as hell. You just kind of sit his ass in the corner and you peek over there from time to time to make sure he ain't cut himself. And that's kind of how I deal with Trump.
And on that note, let's jump on into this.
Right. So hold on, I got a few L's to give out.
Okay, let's go.
To piggyback off the pizza sponsorship, I didn't know that I did kind of know a part of this, but Jerry is taking the L from me this week because not only did Papa John's lose a sponsorship, but they were also, I guess, the Dallas Cowboy official team sponsor, what have you. And so now that the league is moved on and not doing a relationship with them, Papa John's can't be even endorsed by, or the Cowboys can't even use Papa John's as a team endorser. So they've got to strip all that stuff away. And Jerry Jones owned like 94 stores, 94 chains. So this is hitting him in his pocket. The same week.
He already took the $2 million L this week.
So now he's taking another one. Yeah. Not a good week for Jerry Jones. My next L goes out to what's his coach's name? Mike Jeffcoat. Well, now he's an ex-coach. The ex-coach of the Texas Westland baseball team. There was a high school recruit who sent a kind of like an inquiry letter or what have you to the team at telling the coach he was interested in possibly playing for his program. Well, the coach, this is the letter that the coach sent him back. I'm not sure if you saw this or not.
I ain't see this.
All right. So, again, this is an 18-year-old high school senior from Cherokee Trail High School in Aurora. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Aurora, Colorado. And he says this is the response back from the coach. Unfortunately, we are not recruiting players from the state of Colorado. In the past, players have had trouble passing our drug tests. We have made a decision to not take a chance on student athletes from your state. You can thank your liberal politicians.
Oh, wow.
Best of luck wherever you decide to play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the letter that's the response that he sent back to the kid.
I heard this situation. He got fired behind that, right?
Yeah, he got fired today.
Okay. Sucker moves get sucker results, people.
Hey, man, well, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He was all right until he had to throw the political liberal shit in there at the end. I don't get these conservatives because you read stuff online, social media all the time, and they throw this liberal and libtard shit out here like that's supposed to be some kind of real insult. The only thing I hear from when somebody says that, the only thing I hear is that you're a person that don't like progression, that don't like change, don't like equality. You want to keep everything status quo. So that anytime you say that, if you are listening, you're using that bullshit term, that's not an insult. You need to do better than that. Word. And my last L, going out to that boy, Steph Curry.
Okay.
This dummy was in his hotel room practicing his golf swing and broke a window or a table or something. He posted a picture on Instagram. calling himself an idiot, kind of laughing it off. I mean, I guess you can do that when you can afford to just go ahead and pay that bill. But
Steph, boy.
yeah, that's You don't your mom and your grandma teach you like when you real young? Hey, don't play ball in the house, son.
Hey, love Steph, boy. You know what? I didn't put it on my notes, but I meant to put it on here. Can we make LeBron the big L for the week?
What'd he do?
I didn't like this whole congratulating himself about this 38-8 and long live the king.
Yeah, I looked for that post you told me. I couldn't find it. But he
on his IG with the hashtag LLTK. Look, I don't have no problem with the homie. I mean, 38-8. Those are good numbers. Nobody's ever done it before. When I say 38-8, I mean 30,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 8,000 assists. Nobody's ever done this shit before, but the homie's really been into this whole self-promotion thing lately, and I'm starting to kind of understand why. Maybe he knows he's never going to win another title again, so he needs to get the personal numbers up. But it just seems like he's been doing a lot of that lately.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the post now. I don't see that hashtag. Maybe he erased it.
It was on there. Yeah,
he probably erased it. I hope he did because that was kind of I can't think of the word. Really about self. But LeBron, we know he loves himself.
A lot.
Or himself rather. Yeah, he did something similar to what was the last when
he hit 30,000.
He hit 30,000. He did something similar, thanking himself. I was like, okay, I that ain't for me because I'm not a real tell everybody what I done or brag about myself. People, I don't know where this humble brag shit came from. That shit is an oxymoron to me. But that I don't kind of mix with that kind of shit anyway in general. So I don't care for it myself. But
this is the last thing I got because we got to get moving. Steven Jackson said this on TV the other day. Steven Jackson said LeBron is the only all-time great that needs to be told he's great all the time. That was kind of real when he said that.
Yeah. Or if you don't say it, he's gonna remind you.
He's gonna remind you. All right, let's jump into some football. You ready to do this?
Yes, sir. We got some players that obviously it's that time of the year. Got some players that's taking some cuts this year, and we ain't talking about cuts on the contract. Team ain't even come say, "Hey, can we renegotiate?" Nah, bro, you up out of here.
Yeah, got the roll. Clean your locker.
I mean, and these so far pretty obvious ones, right?
Well, I mean, I didn't put all them Chicago Bear players, but these cats here, we kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
Mo Wilkerson from the Jets, defensive tackle, he got let go. I mean, we talked about this, I want to say, if not last week before last. Yeah. His cap number was pretty damn serious.
I think it was it was like 20 mil.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. And from what I understand, he was showing up to meetings late. They couldn't control his attitude. I mean, plus 2 is always 4. So my question to you, what you think he got left?
I think he got a little bit. I think he just didn't want to be there, especially once they started getting rid of probably his, friends and older vets that were on the team. They made that wave last year. They started it.
Everybody over 28. Everybody.
Yeah. So, I think he probably just wanted a fresh start because he's not really that old, right?
No, it can't be no more than 27, 28 or something.
Oh, yeah. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll get some bread. Jonathan Stewart got cut.
I wouldn't be surprised if he end up on the Patriots.
Nah, they ain't going to pay him.
Oh, that's right. He want money. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah, he's still young enough to get a real deal. So, Jonathan Stewart got cut from my Carolina Panthers. I saw it coming. You cannot run the ball for under 4 yards a carry.
3 years in a row.
You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. So, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. You did right by us. If we got a ring of honor, you will be there. But you had to go home.
You think he left? He still should find a spot right somewhere.
I don't know, dog. He looked bad.
I mean, you can never devalue a veteran running back.
Nah, you can't devalue it, but he looked kind of bad. We gonna see.
Maybe some locker room leadership in case somebody get hurt.
I mean, shit, we can bring him back for $1 million for that. I'd do that.
Yeah.
You can't be for the same number. That's 6.5. Nah.
Right. As I say, they couldn't even really go to the table, back to the table with no renegotiation because they probably won, like you said, maybe 1, maybe 2, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Shit, I want to draft a running back. Truth be told,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm praying. I'm gonna jump on my soapbox for a second. Christian McCaffrey is not a 200 carry running back. We need to get a back. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
will.
leave
Yeah,
it.
I will.
Okay, you brought it up the other day. I kind of forgot about the little homie, but Tavon Austin, they already said we either gonna trade him or we gonna cut him. I don't think they can. I mean, that's kind of like that whole situation I brought up with Trevor Siemian. I mean, what you gonna get?
Right, and who gonna take that contract?
Right. I mean, they paid him $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Give or take. No.
Yeah, so he's gonna end up being cut.
He gonna control his own destiny. And we can raise our glasses to Matt Forte. Didn't you say it the other day? Didn't you say he was gonna walk?
I figure, yeah.
So,
Or maybe I said I thought that they would. No, I thought the Jets would cut him.
yeah, okay.
Because I did say he was washed.
Chicago had wore him out, used all his good years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, shit. He walked away. I think he was 32.
Yeah, he's 32, 33, somewhere around there. And he had a big knee injury this year that kept him out most of the year. So I can see him wanting to go ahead and go out now. He's had a pretty decent career. He know he on the backside. He know he slowed down. So why go out there and continue to take all them hits? You know what I'm saying? He's not a contender, not going to be really looking for him. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Patriot, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the Patriots will take you if you still got something left. It ain't like he had much left.
I mean, I don't think they're going to pay Deion Lewis, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they it's a lot better options out there probably than Forte.
Yeah.
I mean,
happy trails, homeboy. NFL Network got a job for you. You know, as long as you can read a teleprompter, you'll be okay.
I was seeing a lot of interesting stuff. I hadn't even thought about this, but people were really debating whether he's a Hall of Famer or not. I'm like, I don't know about that.
What?
Like, you know, he's a good player and all, you know.
Okay, people, let's say this for this final time. NBA, Basketball Hall of Fame. Sure, you can get in there. That's easy. But the NFL and baseball, nah, you got to be right. You ain't gonna just walk in there. So
yeah, so
not going. Okay, let's talk about OBJ.
I mean, Edge ain't even in there.
He gonna get in though.
When?
It ain't gonna be. Well, he's already bypassed first, second ballot. He gonna get in.
Yeah, I'm about to say how long Edge been? He been out of the league for a minute, so he been up, and I ain't seen him as no finalist.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
way down. Yeah. He gonna all this gonna be salt and pepper. Oh man!
I hope he'll have some salt and pepper dreads when they finally elect.
But that just goes to say, I don't think Matt Forte is. If Edge got to wait that long to get in, and I like Matt Forte, don't get me wrong, but I think Edge was better. And if he got to wait that long, Matt Forte damn sure got to wait or not get in.
He wasn't even on his plane to me. Yeah, onward. OBJ is apparently seeking $20+ million a year with his new deal. Now, I put on the notes for the week. Per year, that's crack. You see that, people? Nigga made crack like this. Ghetto dope. Yeah. There is no way in God's green earth the New York Giants, who are ran by my old general manager, I'm not paying a motherfucker Gettleman, is going to hand him $20 million a year. I didn't think about that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an interesting situation with Dave Gettleman and OBJ.
Yeah. Like you know firsthand, Gettleman don't like to pay people.
No. Josh Norman tried these strong arm tactics. He in Washington right now.
I was saying they tagged him and then rescinded it and shipped him on his way, right?
Yeah. Okay. If AB is at 17, do you think it's remotely possible he's gonna make $3 million more than AB?
Well, that's interesting because, of course, as the cap rises, you get further down the road, then of course that number's gonna creep up. It's kind of similar to the quarterback situation. This deal trumps the last deal. If you're really in that conversation of top, and Odell is in that conversation, the only problem is there's injuries that he's coming off of.
The quarterback situation.
Well, Pat Shmurmur is all in on Eli. He talking multiple years.
You see what this is right here? They drinking their Kool-Aid right now.
Hey man, I'm drinking it too, man, because I said it when they benched him.
You said it.
About, I was like, I think Eli at least got. I mean, I ain't gonna go 3-4 years, but at least 2. I think he at least got 2 years.
Take that too, but you're gonna have to pay him for 5.
Talking about Odell, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So but, you get 2 quality from Eli. You still got 3 from who?
Right, but Eli, I think Eli will be fine. They have to get that line together. They have to get a line, and they have to get a running game. If they do that, then Eli can last a couple more years. But if they don't do that, then it's going to be a problem.
I'm playing for the crowd there with that drinking from that bottle because I do like Eli. Eli wasn't protected, and we talked about this on this show. Eli ain't taking no sacks, so something got to shake. So they got to. Let's go big picture. If they take Saquon, that takes pressure off Eli. Can you pay AB 18? I mean, I'm sorry. Can you pay OBJ 18?
I don't know what their cap situation looking like, but to go back to the original question, maybe not 20, but it's possible. Well, your old GM Gettleman may throw a monkey wrench in this, but I'm pretty sure he's going to have to get at least as much as AB, at least that. And he's probably going to be looking for 19. It might have to go 18 or 19. I mean, you got Jarvis Landry making 16 on the tag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams.
So OBJ, and he's not playing a preseason game nor coming to camp. I don't believe that's happening.
Now, his deal, is it up for this year or next year? He hasn't.
This is the last year, I believe.
This is the 5th year, right?
He came out in 13, so this is the 5th year.
This is the 5th year. So they got to get an extension done. Yeah, 20 is going to be 20. I'm probably a big signing bonus or something like that, front loaded maybe.
Why don't these? Well, I mean, football's a different sport, but I would look into taking short deals to get to double dip, go back in.
Yeah, but see, with football, you gotta
take it now.
You gotta take some injuries, man. You gotta get what you can get right then, because that's the only thing is the injuries. You take a short deal and you pop an Achilles.
True. All right, let's run through this football. The Raiders are bringing back Michael Crabtree and Bruce Irvin. They were both slotted to possibly get cut. And John Gruden came out and said Amari Cooper will be the focal point of the offense, and he's expecting Marshawn Lynch back. This is a big year for Amari Cooper, isn't it? Or is it a big year for Amari Cooper or a big year for Derek Carr?
Both. They need to replicate 2016.
I didn't realize how bad Cooper's numbers were last year.
Because he had a really slow start. A lot of drops too, so he's got to clean all that up. Good job. I mean, good idea to keep Crab around.
I like that.
Somebody that's physical, sure-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of getting his chain snatched a couple times, he's been pretty good.
He was the one to me. Has he technically been the one the last 2 years?
Oh, the number one receiver for Oakland? Yeah. Oh, yeah. To me,
I kind of feel like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
We're going to see what they do with that. All right, this Gronk situation. I wasn't going to put it on here because Gronk came out and said that he was going to play. He didn't understand this shit. How serious do you think this was this past week?
Wait a minute. Gronk said he don't understand.
Right.
Motherfucker, you the one that sit there and didn't answer the question in the press conference.
Right.
How you don't understand? How you gonna drop a press conference like that and then don't understand why people asking questions about your future?
You know what that is? That's that shit where motherfuckers be misquoted from their own quotes. I'll sway. So
he set his ass right there in that locker room with them pads on still, and said, "I don't want to talk about those questions right now. I don't know. I'll get back to y'all." Pretty much is what he said, right? And now we getting back to him, and it's like you call somebody, they don't pick up, so you hang up, and they call you like right back, and then you act like you don't know why they calling you.
What's good? Hey man, I really feel.
I think it's serious. At least I think he seriously thought about it. Otherwise, It wouldn't take damn near a month to come out and say, "Hey, I'm coming back and play." But I
Right.
think it's something that in the future that he's probably going to consider more seriously. Probably when Brady walks away, Belichick walks away. Look for it then.
I mean, he has some legit injuries. I mean, he's had some real injuries. And when you throw the concussions in there, I mean, it kind of changes shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you. Baker Mayfield measured taller at the combine than he did at the Senior Bowl. Tell me
Okay.
how that worked out.
Now I saw this. Now what was the two measurements?
I didn't do my homework enough to write that down. I saw that point and I was like, it's really kind of one of those joking things. Like,
Because I'll say maybe he wore a different pair. Maybe what? Huh?
If it's 6 feet compared to 5'11", who gives a fuck?
Right. It's just optics at that point.
Right.
Yeah. So
unless he was 5'9" and then he goes to the combine, he measures it.
Yeah, like 6 feet. Yeah.
That's a different ball game, but
yeah, I'll see if I can find that by the time we get off here.
All right, Denver Broncos. We both talked about this a week or so ago, I want to say, and we said that Emmanuel Sanders was probably going to get cut. I didn't even hear about Bebe. When I mean Bebe, people don't know Demaryius Thomas. Came out and said that both of them was going to be there. They're keeping both. And
I'm surprised about that.
I am really surprised at that. But he said, I'm going to read some quotes from John Elway. Everybody wants to know what we're doing in free agency. I think one of the key things is our team has to play better this year. We didn't play well as a team. Our starters didn't play well. We got our guys out there playing well. That's step number one. Number two, we need to find the components to make it better. And he also turned this shit right back around on the defense, said the offense got better, but the defense didn't. Tell me why I don't have no trust in John Elway to get this right.
I mean, because if he's going to keep Emmanuel Sanders, see, the whole reason I thought that he would cut him is not because of skill, but because of that contract and the injuries, that go along with it. And, you want to you need to try to free up money to go after Kirk Cousins if that's your plan.
Right.
So if you're not cutting Emmanuel Sanders, I guess maybe their plan is not to go after Kirk Cousins. Maybe they're going ahead and look at drafting since they are number 5, right?
Well, I heard that they're from what I understand, it's pretty much a done deal with C.J. Anderson. He's gone. But I've been hearing Chris Harris Jr. He's solid.
They're gonna look at cutting him.
Yeah.
That's one of the best slot corners in the league right there.
Right. You're gonna get rid of him, and you're gonna keep Sanders and him and DT got to take a haircut. They got to.
Yeah. But how can you come to me with a haircut now? You already put out there that you value me because you ain't cutting me. So why would I take a haircut now?
Man,
John Elway is he be hustling backwards on some of this shit.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I was like, what could he do to get fired? Nothing.
Nah, because he got him 2 Super Bowls or 3 Super Bowls. 2 he won, and he brought one back as a general manager.
But it seemed like he shitted on that defense, though.
Did you see that defense last year? They shitted on themselves.
They shitted on themselves because, look at the turnover situation. As soon as they sat down, they couldn't even finish a cup of Gatorade before they was right back on the damn field.
Yeah, and that was the case. Probably early. We were giving them slack. We were saying, hey, they working with short fields, the offense ain't doing nothing. And then, middle of the season, they started getting up like 30, 40 points, like 3-4 weeks in a row.
Because how long was I waiting on that pride to kick in? I was waiting.
It was like week 15. You like, it's going to kick in at some point. Shit.
All right.
If the pride don't kick in by like Halloween, by the time the leaves on the trees start changing, if the pride ain't kicked in, it ain't gonna kick in.
Bro, I was waiting on it. They went up there to Philly. Carson Wentz put like 50 on them. I was waiting though.
Oh man.
Let's jump into this basketball. We got a good bit of NCAA talk. Okay. About 7 o'clock, I had not seen this story yet, but the homie hit me with it, and he said Sean Miller is clearly not fazed. Well, when I read the story and watched his press conference, I come away thinking the same thing. Sean Miller ain't phased, and there is something wrong with this ESPN story that came out last week.
Yo,
Deadspin shot a lot of holes in this story last week.
I'm talking about if we weren't in a sensitive time right now with with school shootings and stuff, I'd use an adjective, but I won't. But yeah, they shot a lot of holes in that story.
Yeah, people, it's a big difference between a phone call happening in 2016 and 2017.
A little bit.
And ESPN could not nail down exactly when that phone call took place because they said it happened in 2017, but it had to happen in 2016 because 2017, DeAndre Ayton was registered.
Already at the school.
He was already there, registration and everything. And this was I think we talked. This was what 2-3 days ago when that Deadspin story came out. Well, Sean Miller came out today and put all kind of holes in this shit. He said, "I never have and I never will." He said, "I understand we're under federal investigation. I can't do nothing about that. It might compromise the integrity of the situation." But basically, long story short, he's coaching tonight.
Yeah, I saw he's reinstated
tonight. And he's not just on this because he said he's on this. The board of regents and the president of the school are with him.
Right.
They all behind him.
Right. So they going down together. That's the definition of riding.
People, when you accuse these young men of taking this bread, I think I'm gonna need to see cash on the table.
You better be able to prove it.
Cash on the table.
Better prove it. Well, what we say the other night we were talking about it, we didn't ask about the timeline in that regard, but we did say, hey, when did these phone calls happen? Because we were trying to figure it out because it would have had to be during recruiting season.
Right.
And so that came out, and this was funny. I even saw something today that said that the perceived conversations weren't even about Aiden.
Hey, I think I said it Tuesday. I'm gonna say it again. 100 racks. That's a good deal. That boy had 28 and 18 with the feds on his back Saturday. And they're gonna win a portion of the Pac-12 championship tonight.
Yep.
I ain't gonna see half of that game because I'm old, but they're gonna win it. I'm gonna wake up Friday and they're gonna be half of the Pac-12 championship team.
Oh man.
And continuing with that discussion as far as players in the NCAA. People, this is why Coach Cal gets your kids, and this is why they get paid. Coach Cal came out and said, we need to do work with the Players Association and the agents and figure out what we need to do. Calipari suggested that the part of the holdup is the NCAA regulations with the mid-majors, so on and so forth. It's their name and likenesses. It's not ours. It's theirs. They should be able to make money. It's the truth.
I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. And and of course there's a lot of people, well, what about all the other college student athletes in the other sports? What kind of revenue them sports bringing in?
Hey man, don't come at me with this shit talking about water polo athletes when ain't nobody in that that gym watching them play water polo compared to what they doing in Kentucky's gym. It's not the same.
Exactly.
It's not the same.
Exactly.
I don't even want to hear that. So that's nothing. So let's continue with this college basketball thing. The top 6 salaries were released for the college coaches. Coach K is making $8.98 million. Coach Cal is making $7.45. Chris Holtman, I believe he used to coach at Butler. I don't know. He's at Ohio State making $7.1. Bill Self is making $4.77 at Kansas. Tom Izzo was 3.6 and Sean Miller's at 3.65. Who was Roy Williams' agent?
I'm about to say, where Roy at?
Who's his agent?
Maybe he on a 10-year deal from like 2009, and maybe it's coming up to an end, soon. He gonna get a new deal.
Roy should have renegotiated last summer.
Roy probably ain't had a deal since the 09 title with McCants now?
Yeah.
Man, that would be right about 10 years.
Okay, people. Sean Miller is the number 6 highest paid coach in college basketball, 3.65. You telling me he wouldn't have fronted that 100 racks to get DeAndre Ayton to win a title? You telling me he wouldn't have did that, people? Come on. Really?
Roy Williams making $2.1 million.
You serious?
That's it.
With 3 titles? Hey. I mean, I know we've been under the investigation of them people the last couple of years. We might be on it again. Y'all need to pay Roy. Give him some money.
For real. Yeah, he is ranked number 41 when it comes to
41?
41 when it comes to Division I coaches.
Are you shitting me? Wow.
I wish I was. Nope.
We can leave that. You know, we talked about this. We just gave LeBron, we gave him a big L for self-promotion because LeBron loves himself. But sometimes that homie can say stuff, and when it comes from him, it carries weight. I liked all his comments about the NCAA. I liked every single one of them.
Right.
LeBron said it's corrupt. It's a corrupt organization, and the NBA should look further into developing the minor league system. That is 100. I like this part here. I can't even talk about that, man. Me and my mom was poor. I tell you that they expected me to step foot on the college campus and not go to the NBA. We weren't gonna be poor for long. I tell you that. That's a fact. 100.
Yeah, but he told him that it was nowhere in hell I was going to college.
Hell no, bruh. If DeAndre Ayton got 100 racks, what could you go to LeBron James' door with?
And that's because Nike gave him that contract junior year, right?
He got that $90 million before he went to the prom. And the Hummer.
So, yeah. A
you know,
meal.
I just answered my own question.
A
he
meal.
Got $90 million in a Hummer before he went to the prom. We can move forward now. We can move.
But his comments are going to be interesting because, I mean, you know, he got Bronny and Bryce coming up.
I think that's going to be changed by then.
Yeah, it's probably going to be some different rules and you know, in place by then, especially if they follow our model.
Yeah.
Which I guess we'll get here to in a minute, right?
Yes, sir. All right. Speaking of alternatives, the G League. I sent you an article about that last night. We ain't got to go in depth with this because I think my definition to the G League, what they need to do, first of all, they got to get some better coaches. I pulled up the coaches to these 26 teams.
Yeah.
Only person I know is Jerry Stackhouse and George Karl's son. That's it. I don't know. One dude said he was coaching high school before he got that.
That's why, yeah. The quality of coaching has got to improve. That's got to be one thing.
The money ain't bad. 80 racks to play. I mean, you're going pro the next year, so I don't have a problem with 80 racks to play.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. You know, is this the part where we talk about ways to improve it? Let me see.
I think the only way I had to improve it. You see how they put much with it. They got to get better coaches. I mean, maybe they can do like a better tournament.
That's definitely one thing. One thing I thought about that they can do is, for one, they got to get each team needs an affiliate.
It's only 4 teams short right now. They got 26 teams.
Right.
It's 4 teams short right now.
I think each team's got to have their own team, and it's got to be more because I think right now the way the setup is, unless you have a 2-way contract, that any team can basically pull a player from any G League team,
right,
and call them up. I think that each team needs to pull from their own minor league system,
right.
That way, you know, your coaching is along the same in line with each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. As far as the coaching goes. And what I would do is I would look at either making all second-round picks go directly to the G League, whichever team drafts you, automatically directly to the G League, and possibly even putting in maybe a third and fourth round to draft even more players to be developed into the G League. Because not everybody's going to want to go to college, you know, but not everybody's going to get drafted in how many picks in 2 rounds in the NBA? What, 52 or so?
Yeah.
56?
Yeah.
So expand that draft, allow more guys to get drafted, get in that true farm system, minor league, kind of like baseball, and have them grow in that. Now,
Right.
if you want to go to school and go that route, then you can still do that. But this is what we got over here for people who think they're good enough to go ahead and at least get their foot wet in the pro game.
All right, I'm gonna move up topic number 7 to topic number 4. What do you think about this Australian Pro League? Who's they're gonna start leaving a roster spot open and paying $78,000 US to get these kids to come there, like Terrence Ferguson did. The young boy who got drafted by the Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying to get them cats to come there to play pro ball.
I don't know how good the Australian league is. But that's a good amount of money to go play ball. As long as
it's a year.
Yeah, as long as ain't no crazy funny business with the contracts, because sometimes these overseas contracts be flaky. These players get over there, and I've heard stories where they're getting these contracts and they can't get out of them without paying.
See, but this is different though. This one, from what the notes say at least, these cats are gonna be signed directly to the league, not the team owners. So you ain't gonna have all them buyouts.
Okay.
They're signing strictly with the league so they can get out.
Okay.
So
that's one thing. Some of them European leagues, that's one thing I don't like about them. They get you over there. Like Ricky Rubio had to wait how many years?
About 2 or 3.
Yeah, that'd be that bullshit.
They are capitalizing. They're gonna make these kids get their passports up. LeVar, it's your time, cuz. This is your time.
Hey, everybody laughing at LeVar. We laugh at him some too because he just gives you shit to
We
laugh
like
at.
this idea though. We like that from jump.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see where that goes. You mentioned to me a couple weeks ago, you said you wanted us to kind of look at the bottom run. You said we always look at the top run teams. You said let's look at the bottom to see where they're going with the development or whatever. I put this is called the best of the worst. And do you feel like these cats are headed in the right direction? We got everybody on this list is under 20 wins in the NBA, 20 or below. And it's only 8 teams. I got Chicago, I got Brooklyn, I got Atlanta, I got Orlando in the East, Dallas, Phoenix, Memphis, and Sacramento in the West. Who do you feel is close to breaking out from those 8? And that's a hard question, I know.
I mean, they all suck.
They all suck.
Most of them are tanking. I don't even think I've watched a Brooklyn game all year.
I haven't watched one Brooklyn game this year.
I'll say this: I think Sacramento is set up pretty decent for the future. With Buddy Hield, Josh Jackson is in Phoenix. Who the hell did you?
Boy played with us last year.
Damn.
Justin Jackson.
Justin Jackson, right? They got Justin. They have
De'Aaron
Fox, and who's the kid? The Kentucky boy, Willie Cauley-Stein. They got some young players there. They're gonna need to let them boys gel and grow together. Memphis is, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
You can't even really count Memphis as tanking because of them 2 dudes I got in parentheses because they're making a lot of money.
I think at some point Dallas will get back. I like Harrison Barnes and Dennis Smith Jr. So I think at some point they'll get back to at least trying to complete for a playoff spot. I gotta watch Chicago. I ain't really watched much of them either.
I like what they got. I didn't know about this Lauri Markkanen fella, but he's a solid stretch big man in today's league. Zach LaVine has came back pretty solid. What's that point guard Minnesota had last year? They traded with LaVine. What's that boy? You know what I'm speaking of. They drafted him top 5 in Minnesota, and they included him with the trade.
Oh, damn, from the Big East?
Yeah.
Did he go to Providence or Villanova? One of them schools.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
He's been pretty solid with Chicago since he's got back. Okay. They're going to have money. So I don't know what Orlando's going to do. Atlanta got 4 draft picks in the first round this year. We're going to see. But this whole tanking thing, this is 8 teams. and probably gonna finish in the top of the lottery. And I don't know.
Yeah, ain't nothing really we can do with that right now as far as who's heading in the right direction. They all heading to them ping pong balls.
Yeah, I mean, but some of these teams been in the lottery for a while.
Right. And was it you or was it somebody else I was talking to, or did I hear it on the radio or read it? But on how to keep these teams from tanking. If you don't make the playoffs, everybody get the same amount of ping pong balls.
They should. They should punish these teams. I see Adam Silver came out and said, if teams are trying to lose, we will punish them swiftly and harshly.
I saw that, but I was watching when I heard it. I was watching. I was getting ready for work, watching Golick and Wingo, and Golick kind of pinpointed the wording of that though. It said if the coaches and if coaches and players are caught giving up like that, and he made a point, which was like, normally coaches and players ain't the ones trying to tank. The players are going to play hard because they looking for deals and they looking, to be seen in a good light.
Yeah.
It's the management that's really tanking because they ain't giving the coaches really much to work with. So when you ain't really got much to work with, they can play hard as they want. But if they ain't really that good, then you're going to lose. And that's how they camouflage it.
This is true. All right. I got Ben Simmons. Is Ben Simmons your front runner for the rookie of the year?
Yeah, he's a front runner. But Donovan Mitchell's on his ass.
I kind of like Donovan Mitchell. I like him a lot.
Yep. I think I would just give Simmons the edge just because he's pretty much been consistent from day one.
Okay, on these notes, you see I put Magic Johnson's rookie year numbers. It's scary how close they are.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, under Ben Simmons.
Gotcha.
He's like a point off. That's it. Same shooting percentage, same board, same assist.
Hey, dog, I'm getting old, man. You got to start topping these notes in this damn 6-point font.
It's 9.5.
This shit is little as hell. I got you. But now that is scary. Was it Magic was 18, 8-7, 53% shooting. Ben Simmons 17, 8-7, 53% shooting.
That's crazy, isn't it?
And Ben Simmons,
this kid enough shine for how good he is.
No, he be balling. He can shoot. He'll get there. He'll be able to shoot better down the road. But once he gets that,
have you ever seen him take a three? I've never seen him take a three.
He don't take many. He one of them cats that know he can't shoot them, so he don't even try. Unless it's like shot clock running down, he just got to take one, or he just wide open, he'll take it. But yeah, he's huh?
Did we discuss them cats putting the billboards for LeBron?
Yeah, I think we did the other day. Yeah.
Was that off camera or on?
I don't know.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I mean, it was, whoever that guy was, it was an independent dude. So if he got the disposable income to do it.
Should LeBron consider them? I kind of think he should.
I mean, who knows? We'll see what you know my answer.
I know.
It's February.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's March now. We getting closer.
Yeah, just
that's a
solid team in the East.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at everything right now and just say, hey, we're going to assume that Cleveland is going to not win a championship, maybe get to the finals but not win a championship, and he leaves. If he's going to leave, Philly would be at least in my top three destinations if I'm LeBron. One is still in the East. One is still in the East. You got Embiid, you got Simmons, you got Fultz. Only thing is, I mean, they probably still need two guard. Probably.
I mean, they got JJ.
Yeah.
JJ's on a 1-year deal, so you got to pay him now.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see a plethora of options for Mr. James myself.
You really don't, and that's the funny thing. These dumbasses on TV are talking about all these places.
Yeah.
How? I don't understand how me and you look at a salary cap. We know. If he wants 35, and LeBron has made it very clear, I'm not taking no cuts. Yeah. How does it work? It's not that hard, people. I swear to God, it's not that hard.
Simple math.
So,
if you give him that, and you still got a couple other people on the team making max money, then you won't have a bench.
Right. And I'm not trying to base. It's I understand fantasy football. There's no salary cap in fantasy football. I get it. But there's a cap with real sports. There's a cap. You cannot just, we're going to put him here and we're going to have a bench. The shit don't work that way.
Hey, man, fantasy and Madden and 2K be ruining ruining perceptions, man.
I'm going to say it again for the cheap seats. If y'all want to talk about these fantasy trades and all that, I implore you to go to the NBA ESPN trade machine. Just go to it. It'll break this shit down for you real easily.
Yeah, start plugging that shit in.
You can't make a deal. It just doesn't work that way. But I digress. That's just a frustration of mine. I put the top 5 picks from this last NBA draft on here. And I'm starting to believe people, y'all talk about Lonzo Ball. Y'all say so much about him. I get it. The dude's dad he's out there. Looking at these numbers for these top 5 picks, if Lonzo had played more games, tell me how I couldn't look at him and say he was rookie of the year.
I mean, how many games he missed? 15?
About 15.
15, yeah, give or take. Hey, man, 10, 7, and 7. Now, the field goal percentage is 36%, 3-point percentage is 32%. That ain't really hitting no shit.
Right.
But, I look at De'Aaron Fox, and I look at De'Aaron Fox when it comes to Lonzo Ball because, off that one game in the tournament. Now, De'Aaron did bust his ass.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But people took that one game and tried to make it out as if automatically Fox was going to have the better NBA career. And if you're giving Lonzo Ball slack for 10, 7, 7, what are you giving De'Aaron Fox for 11, 2, and 4?
Off of 41%.
34% from three-pointers. So he ain't much better than Lonzo, and his shot is straight.
And people talking about Tatum saying he's that one. He 13, 5, and 1. Lonzo 2 points off of him.
Yeah, I mean, and these are solid rookie numbers, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm just saying, this dude is averaging 10, 7, and 7, and he can't shoot.
He's coming together lately, though. It's coming
together lately. He still ain't being aggressive like he was at UCLA. So I'm saying he still ain't really shot well. He still ain't really being aggressive. Hey, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We're GMs. You give me 5 more points. I'm good and happy. 15, 8, and 7.
Yeah. And as he gets more comfortable, he's gonna average double-digit assists. It's gonna happen.
Easily.
It's gonna happen.
So I know all y'all want to sit there and hate on that young boy. I think both of us have been consistent in this. He can play.
Right. Separate LeVar's fuck shit sometimes with what happens with 94 feet in the court.
The boy can play.
You know what I'm saying? Forget the hot take shows, social media, and the memes, and all the funny-duddy shit. What happened on 94 feet on that coat?
Lonzo Ball can play. And they going to mess around, and they're supposed to get Philly's draft pick. So they're going to have another player.
Yeah. Yeah, he got to get better on defense. He's got some areas he's got to improve in, but I'm just saying, if he already at this now, what the hell is going to happen when he actually improves?
I don't think he's ever going to be a shutdown defender. I mean, he don't have foot speed. That ain't him. He's a good help defender. I mean,
he plays passing lanes.
Yeah.
So
I ain't even pull up his steals numbers, but he does very well in the passing lane. People, like the homie said, look at what's real. Don't look at what these hot takes and that bullshit show you. UCLA has been dead in the water basketball-wise up until this boy showed up last summer. So,
yes, sir. All right.
We are done.
There it is. Before we get up out of here, we skipped over one thing. We can end the show with that. Shout out to that boy Anthony Davis, man. He had one hell of a February. The Pelicans went 8-3, and I think this is all after Boogie Cousins went down, and we thought they was dead. Anthony Davis
Yeah.
Anthony Davis for the month of February averaged 35 points, 13 boards, 2.5 steals, and 2 blocks. Beast.
I'm gonna ask you the question you asked me the other day. Do you think he's gonna waste his prime in New Orleans?
Oh, I think so.
I hope not.
I think so. I can see another KG. I don't know.
I hope not.
I hope not. I hope not too. But something just my spidey senses tell me that he is going to be another. I'm loyal.
They got 7 game. They got a 7-game winning streak, and I want to say they're 4th in the West right now. And that's not really saying a lot because one game can move you from 4 to 9.
Easy.
That's not really saying a lot, but
right.
I guess my main concern with them, and this is really going to fuck New Orleans, because if they don't pay Boogie, they're going to piss him off.
I was going to say it's all going to be what they're going to do with Boogie.
So, and coming off an Achilles, that's no guarantee. Now, Boogie wasn't necessarily the fastest and the most agile guy, so it may not affect his game the way we think it will.
Right.
But New Orleans is in a bad spot, dog. They're in a really bad spot.
Right, because I think the only way you get Anthony Davis to sign another long-term deal with you is if Boogie is there. Because Anthony Davis's deal is up in 2019, right?
21.
That's right. He just got paid, so he's there for another couple years anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a little ways to see.
We got a little ways to go, but he been balling. The only reason I brought it up, I mean, I didn't know he was balling this hard, and then when you hit me with that the other day, I mean, it's a legit question. Kevin Garnett wasted his best years bullshitting around in Minnesota.
Yeah, because everybody, the players normally take that first deal after their rookie deal, and they always take that first one.
That's the second deal. The first deal is a rookie deal.
The rookie deal, right?
The second deal.
They always take that deal. Now, by that third deal, if you ain't winning, you probably looking at leaving and moving to somewhere that you're gonna have a chance to contend. Because now you're getting into your late 20s, and playtime is over.
So at this point, if we go off of our theory, he's out. He got $145 million on that second deal, so he's gone.
Unless he's KG.
Man, I hope to God we're on here doing this show by the end. We should be up to at least show number 300 by then. Yeah, it might be like 500. That's a lot of years from now.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Hey, man, we can catch the second half of this game. People, check out the show from Donald.
What's the score looking like?
Huh?
What's the score looking like?
It was 40. It was 45-42 at the half. Philly.
What the fuck did JR do to get suspended tonight?
I don't know. Apparently something happened after practice. So ain't no telling. It's 65-62. Damn, it's going into the fourth.
Oh, let's go.
All right, so we'll catch that. Hey, man, people, check out Atlanta tonight. That show Atlanta. It'll be on FX.
Oh,
10 p.m. season 2. Donald Glover and that cast. Good, funny show. If you didn't see season 1, please go check that out. You are shorting yourselves. Hey, tell these people where to reach you at on social media.
At RK6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can find your boy at Diego Barish on Twitter. Also catch us on the AA Sportscast Twitter page. And don't forget to keep watching, liking, subscribing those episodes on YouTube and on the Spreaker app. So for Diego Barishnikov, for Uncle Hate, it's AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no chaser. We out. Y'all have a good weekend. We holler at y'all Monday. Peace.